everyone's gotten plenty to eat so far. There's still plenty more, so help yourself. My name's Carol Waters. I'm the County Director for Extension here in West Potawatomi and your hostess for this evening. Tonight we're excited to provide an opportunity to recognize our Hall of Fame awardees from 2021. And I'm getting the "we can't hear you" sign. Okay. Tonight we're excited to provide an opportunity to recognize our Hall of Fame award winners from 2021 and 2020, outstanding alumni of 2020, and give awards to some outstanding 4-H members who have been participating in communication and table setting events this week. But before we begin, I'd like to take a moment of silence for those alumni that we have lost this year. Thank you. So to begin our evening, we would love to see who's in the room tonight. So please stand when your group is called. So if your last fair was in 2020, please stand. Anybody? Our newest alumni members? Okay. Who was alumni from 2010 to 2019? I know I see a few. 2000 to 2009. Woohoo! 1990s. All right. Couple raise their hands.
Yell loud for the back.
Okay. Yell loud.
Yell loud. And there's lots of food, so if you haven't gotten your stuff, come back.
How about the 1980s? Alumni from the 80s? We got you. How about the 1970s? All right. Anyone from the 1960s? How about the 1950s? Anybody? All right, so I'm thinking 1970s. Who was the earliest alumni? Do we have a 71? All right. Do we have any 1970s? No, so we have 3 1970s ones. Well, congratulations, guys. Thank you for being here tonight. And just with another quick show of hands, who was a 4-H'er at this site before the buildings were built? Who was a 4-H'er when West Fair was at Playland Park? Was anyone a 4-H'er when the fair was at the county home and farm? Okay. So 4-H leaders are amazing volunteers that give their time and hearts to every 4-H member that goes through the program. And when you think back, I'm sure you can tell me who your 4-H leader was and why they were so special. So if you're a 4-H leader now or have been a 4-H leader, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. We're working on it. It wouldn't be fair if something didn't break down and go wrong right at the right moment. Okay, we're going to try this. A little better? All right. Volunteers. So if you are a volunteer, you've been the backbone of 4-H for so many years. Without our volunteers, we would not have a 4-H program. So how about if you have ever volunteered at a 4-H event, whether that's West Fair, working with a club, mentoring a 4-H member, please stand. Almost everybody in here has been a volunteer at some point or another, so. And then Extension Council. Our Extension Council in West Potawatomi is comprised of a 9-member board that oversees extension programming throughout the year. These unpaid elected officials are always willing to step up and advocate for 4-H. So if you're a current Extension Council member or have served in the past, please go ahead and stand. Thank you. And finally, the heart of the 4-H program in West Potawatomi is the 4-H youth development staff who make sure all the youth across West Potawatomi find their place in our program. So I'd like to take a moment to introduce Jenny Vincent. She's around here somewhere. Jenny's back here in the corner. Jenny has served as the head clover and the county youth coordinator position in West Potawatomi for over 20 years. And then Landon Hollywood, who was frantically trying to get me mic'd up, is a more recent hire to our youth outreach coordinator position who's focused on urban programming. And they are both 4-H alumni as well. We appreciate everyone who has carried the 4-H banner into adulthood and continue to support the program through time advocating and resources. Today our program has 418 members. We have 14 clubs. You can see from our barns and our buildings, we are busting at the seams out here. We have big goals to continue to grow the program, reach more youth, explore new and different program options, and grow more great alumni. But for tonight, we hope that you enjoy the meal catered by Boxer Barbecue. Sign your Clover year with your name and club, and network with your fellow alums. And now I will turn the podium over to Jenny Vincent, our County Youth Coordinator, to announce awards for 4-H educational presentations and working exhibits.
I don't even know if I need a microphone, but I'll use it anyway. Welcome everybody, thank you for coming out. If I could have any 4-H'er that did an educational presentation come up on the stage, please. We should have Elise, Tucker, Aiden, Wyatt, John, Nathaniel, Monica, Olivia, and Ryan. You guys want to just line up on the stage here, and we're going to present your awards. We're missing a few. Oh, here comes Wyatt. Okay, so our educational presentations were given at Umba Hall. So this is a more formal communication event where they actually stand up in front of an audience and do a PowerPoint. They have posters, and they teach us something on a subject. So we have, I'm going to do the ribbons first, and then we'll do our champions and reserves, and then I'll let you know which ones were selected to go to the Iowa State Fair. So we have Elise McCormick was a discovery with a purple. Tucker Olson Jr. with a purple. Aiden Hager Jr. with a purple. Wyatt Kane Jr. with a purple. John McCormick is an intermediate. He received a purple. Nathaniel Biederman, intermediate, purple. Monica Osborne, intermediate, purple. Olivia Madsen, senior, blue. And Ryan Deichler, senior, a blue. Okay, so our champion senior educational presentation is Olivia Madsen. Our reserve champion senior educational presentation is Ryan Deichler. Our champion intermediate educational presentation is John McCormick. Our reserve champion intermediate educational presentation, there was a tie. The tie between Monica Osborne and Nathaniel Biederman. Our champion junior educational presentation is Tucker Olson. And our reserve champion educational presentation is Aiden Hager. And they selected 5 to advance to the Iowa State Fair. So we don't quite have your packets ready yet, but I want you guys, at some point during the fair, we will get those packets ready and get them to you. But I want you all to make sure that you go down. If you're selected for State Fair by Landon, by Kathy, she's raising her hand, you need to sign up for a day at a time for the Iowa State Fair. I always have to remind them. So advancing to the Iowa State Fair, Nathaniel Biederman, Monica Osborne, John McCormick, Tucker Olson, and Olivia Madsen. So let's give our educational presentations a round of applause. Good job, guys. Okay, we also had a couple gals do extemporaneous speaking. So if Camille or Ella are here, oh, there she is. She's making her way up. So while she makes her way up to the stage, extemporaneous speaking is kind of one step beyond an educational presentation. These gals picked a question out of an envelope. They had 30 minutes to prepare a speech, and they were given a stack of index cards and a pencil. And they had to speak between 4 and 6 minutes in front of a judge about their question. And I'm happy to say Camille and Ella both received purples, and they are both advancing to the Iowa State Fair. So you ladies need to go see Kathy to sign up for your date and time. Okay, I gotta do one more fun thing up here. Working exhibits. I hope everybody had a chance to go back and visit our working exhibits in the back of the building. So if you did a working exhibit, come on up on stage. We had 5 working exhibits this year. So working exhibits are more informal communication where they are teaching you to make something or do something. And we had lots of variety this year, which is always lots of fun. They're all figuring it out. It's great. So first I'm going to do their ribbons. Perfect. They're on it. We had Tucker Olson, a junior, and he receives a blue ribbon. You guys can step forward when we call your name, so you recognize. We have Aiden Hager, is a junior, receives a blue ribbon. We have Berkeley Poland and Lily Yoakum receive a purple ribbon for an intermediate group. Amanda Scott and Abby Holcomb receive a purple ribbon. And Maggie Huff and Carly Miller receive a purple ribbon. Our champion junior working exhibit is Tucker Olson. And our reserve champion junior working exhibit is Aiden Hager. Our champion intermediate working exhibit is Berkeley and Lily. Amanda Scott and Abby Holcomb are a reserve champion senior working exhibit. And Maggie Huff and Carly Miller are a champion senior working exhibit. Sorry, didn't you? I'm Eden. Oh, right behind you. Okay. Everybody got all their goods? Okay, so they selected 3 to go on to the state fair, and that's going to be Berkeley and Lily, Amanda and Abby, and Maggie and Carly are advancing to the Iowa State Fair. So if you have 3 groups, make sure that you head down and see Kathy at the table to sign up for a time and a date. I think now I get to turn it over to Landon Calderwood, our K-12 Outreach Coordinator, to do some table setting awards.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Will all of our table setting participants start to make your way up to the stage? So if you participate in table setting on Wednesday, please just come up to the stage. The table setting contest was created to encourage youth to learn how to properly set a table, plan nutritious meals, express originality and creativity in choosing a theme, present to a world-class judge, much like Debbie Gordon, express knowledge of food, nutrition, and food safety, and have fun in planning a special occasion meal for entertaining. The champions in the junior, intermediate, and senior age categories in both formal and casual settings will advance to the Southwest Field 4-H Table Setting Contest in Atlantic on August 8th. Okay, we got everyone? Awesome. Okay, so when you hear your name called, you can step forward and they'll have some cards for you guys. Yeah. Well, okay, sorry, I forgot. Clover Kids and Discovery, we have your cards over in the office. I forgot to bring those over for you guys. Don't worry, we have your ribbons, okay? So, in the Clover Kid category, receiving a participation ribbon, we have Everett Dunn from the I forgot to write in your 4-H club, sorry. What is it? Yeah, Everett Dunn, Cloverbud, and Nasley in Hadley, Poland from the Silver Cake Feeders 4-H club. Okay. In the Discovery category, there you go. In the Discovery category, receiving a blue ribbon, we have Reagan Ostamore from the Minden Monarchs. And receiving a purple, we have Jolene Cook from the Minden Monarchs 4-H club. In the junior casual setting category, receiving a blue ribbon, we have Kennedy Dunn and Kinsley Linen from the Minden Monarchs. Receiving a purple, Colton Thompson from the Lewis Hustling Pioneers. The reserve champion, Wyatt Kane from Garner Rocks. And the champion advancing to the Southwest contest, Joanna Cook from Minden Monarchs. In the junior formal category, the champion advancing to the Southwest area contest is Lily Kane from Garner Rocks. We'll get it figured out. Sorry. In the intermediate casual category, the reserve champion is Lena Kane from Garner Rocks. And the champion advancing to the Southwest contest is Ruby Brandt from the Crescent Innovators. In the senior casual category, receiving a blue, is Myra and Dylan Dreyer from the Silver Cake Feeders. I think we have all your folders down at the table, maybe. We had all of them. Receiving a purple, Sierra Fox from Hardin Knights. Bella Kane from Garner Rocks. Madeline Pierce from Hardin Knights. And Amanda Scott from Garner Rocks. The reserve champion, Genevieve Deichler and Camille Carr from Silver Creek Club. And the champion advancing to the Southwest Contest, Emily Newby from Crescent Innovators. All right, and in the senior formal category, receiving a purple, Olivia Matson from Hardin Knights. The reserve champion, Genevieve Deichler and Camille Carr from Silver Creek Club. And the champion advancing to the Southwest Contest, Anna Newby from Crescent Innovators. And so all of the champions advancing to the contest, we have packets over by Carol that you can pick up, and Carly also has some forms for you guys to fill out. So make sure to stop over there. Let's give another round of applause for all of our table contest participants. Any of the champions, stay up here. We have an additional award for you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Allison Black, a representative of the West Potawatomi County Council and a member of the Silver Creek 4-H Club, to present the 4-H Hall of Fame and Outstanding 4-H Alumni Awards.
It's my honor to introduce not one, but 3 4-H Hall of Fame Award winners from West Potawatomi. Tonight we would like to recognize the 2020 Hall of Fame awardee, Mr. John Fisher, since the Iowa State Fair was canceled last year. On November 9, 1964, at the age of 10, John Fisher opened a checking account at his local bank to buy 3 4-H calves at a local calf sale the next day. That began a relationship with the 4-H that continues to this day. He showed cattle and projects in agronomy, small engines, communication, clothing selection, and more. He held nearly all club offices, was a member of the West Potawatomi County Council, and he was selected to the first state 4-H council in the late 60s. He was selected as the Outstanding Senior Boy in 1971. John Fisher. Since Iowa State University and Extension were so involved with 4-H through the years, State 4-H Conference and Ames and the meetings of the State 4-H Council led John to his college choice of Iowa State University. John graduated from the College of Agriculture in 1975. John has continued to be active and support the West Potawatomi 4-H program. When he returned to the area after college graduation, he became active in the West Potawatomi Youth Committee, which is a body of volunteers that helps West Pot 4-H program. He has served as a poultry and rabbit superintendent. He and his wife Mary served in various club leadership roles, and all 4 of their children were 4-H members. In 1996, John became active in the West Potawatomi Livestock Sale Committee and has handled money and written checks to the 4-Hers for their animals for 11 years. He currently serves as the co-superintendent in a position he has held for the last 13 years. John is a constant advocate for the 4-H members and families. He has helped get the carcass program up and running and is instrumental in teaching the 4-Hers about their market animal. He truly makes sure that all 4-Hers are able to make the best better. Please help me in recognizing John Fish. Our 2021 Iowa 4-H Hall of Fame awardees are Matt and Elise Bracker. Matt and Elise were raised in West Potawatomi County. Both were members of the Hazeldale Challengers 4-H Club and exhibited beef projects. Chelsea and Cade were members of the same 4-H club and exhibited beef projects. During those 16 years, they assisted at 4-H meetings with installation of officers, potlucks, volunteering at food stands, and grilling lots of hamburgers and helping at clean-out days before fair. Once the kids finished their 4-H careers, Matt continued to mentor families with their beef projects and providing feed advice and teaching members how to fit their calves before fair. Matt has provided calves for 4-H sponsored petting zoos and assisted with tree plantings around the fairgrounds. In 2019, he became the beef market superintendent, where he organizes weigh-ins, speaks at clinics, and manages show day activities for the market beef cattle show. In 2012, Elise began announcing for the breeding heifer show and feeder calves. She also joined the West Fair Livestock Sale Committee and has assisted in creating the sale program, proofing West Fair's large thank you ad, and clerking for the auction for 200 plus animals from 6 species. The West Potawatomi 4-H Club is pleased to honor Matt and Elise Bracker as the 2021 Hall of Fame for their continued support to the West Potawatomi 4-H Club. Each year, West Potawatomi 4-H clubs and leaders nominate alumni members for Outstanding 4-H Alumni Award, which is awarded in November at the 4-H Recognition Awards ceremony. In 2020, Trevor Hugh was the recipient. In this award nomination, the leader wrote that Trevor Huff shows his pride of 4-H through his countless hours to make sure the show ring looks impeccable. He's always there when a 4-H'er needs help with his/her, either weigh-ins or the show ring. He's an outstanding 4-H alumni. Congratulations, Trevor. Now I'd like to turn it over to Connie Cassidy and Stacy Goodman, Extension Council members of West Potawatomi alumni.
Alumni Dinner and through the table setting awards. That was a bit of a surprise for me in the agenda. Stacy and I are on the Extension Council and happy to serve for all the things that we do with 4-H and Stand Up, Be Safe. I'm seeing Lucy and lots of things that Extension does. I also want to say congratulations to Matt and Elise and their clan, Trevor and John and Mary and clan for the awards tonight. Like, volunteers make the world go round for 4-H, and we're very thankful for all your service over the years. We also want to, sure, I'd love to have it closer to my mouth. We'd also like to thank Jenny, Landon, who have presented tonight, but also Carol, Kathy, Lucy, and Rachel for all your service. This is a huge show, and it's bigger than ever. So the West Pod Extension Council staff has done a tremendous job. Also interns, Mariah Kane and Carly Smith are back for summer 3, I think. So they're rocking and rolling. Thanks for their collective efforts to support us all back in business, which is great. 4-H is also rolling well in West Pot. We have 418 kids enrolled this year. We had 316 4-Hers have an exhibit here, over 2,500 exhibits, all in care entry, which is a nice long story, but I can't remember the building's so full. I can't remember tents outside. This is just, it's tremendous effort, and really excited of all the effort and all the engagement that we have with getting kids in 4-H. Stacy.
And tonight, Connie and I just wanted to share a special opportunity with you all. This year, we have the chance to bring 4-H to even more young people through our sponsor a 4-H'er program, which we have lovely cards on your table. And every $40 enrolls a young person in 4-H, giving them the opportunity to participate in goal setting, leadership development, communication skills, confidence building, and create those friendships that last a lifetime. And I know that Connie and I can speak from personal experience as 4-H alums that of any of the programs and activities that you participate in, 4-H is one of those that offers so many different opportunities that impact your life for years and years to come. And so we're just so pleased to bring the opportunity for us to bring this 4-H programming to even more youth in our county and remove those barriers for youth that may not have the ability or may have some struggles in getting that enrollment fee covered. And so we just wanted to invite you to consider sponsoring that 4-H enrollment for a young person. I know we put these on the table, so you are welcome to fill one of these out and drop it off. I know we have Kathy Moore, who can also accept contributions here tonight, but we also can accept those donations at any time. So we just appreciate you being here tonight and also for your consideration of participating in this special program.
So thank you for being here tonight. And I was talking to some folks from other counties, and they don't have the same tradition of alumni dinner. So it's just great to see so many families that have been that are 4-H standards, but new families as well. Like, that's a whole lot of what it's about. So let's hope for cooler weather on Saturday. And thanks for a good, enjoy the fair.